We're tracking more on this story for you. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be in Manipur today for his first visit since ethnic violence broke out in the state in May 2023. Now, taking to a social media account X, PM Modi announced that he would be attending programs in Churachandpur as well as Imphal. PM Modi further added that he would be committed to full-round development of Manipur. Remember that PM Modi will be arriving in Churachandpur district from Aizawl in Mizoram and is expected to interact with people who were displaced by the clashes between the Meitei as well as the Kuki communities. He will also lay the foundation stone for around projects worth rupees 7,000 crores. While the choice of Churachandpur is significant because the district was among the worst hit by the violence, which claimed at least 260 lives and left hundreds displaced. Take a look at the reactions.
After arriving around 11:30 a.m. in Churachandpur, the Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji would meet the IDPs, the internally displaced people of Churachandpur region. He would be meeting the children, the women folk, the elders there, would talk to them and would have a dialogue with them. Thereafter, after meeting the IDPs, the Honorable Prime Minister will visit the Peace Ground in Churachandpur, and at the Peace Ground there would be foundation laying ceremony of various projects catering to projects across the state.
Thus, the visit of Honorable Prime Minister to the state will pave way for peace, normalcy and accelerated growth in the state. Honorable PM will be arriving in Manipur on 13th September 2025 from Aizawl. On his arrival at Churachandpur around 12:15 p.m., he will first interact with some of the internally displaced persons in the district. He will lay foundation stone of various infrastructure projects to be taken up throughout the state. The Honorable Prime Minister will address the public gathering at Peace Ground, Churachandpur. Thereafter, he will arrive at Kangla around 2:30 p.m. and first interact with some of the IDPs in the valley areas. The Honorable Prime Minister will be inaugurating various development projects within and outside the state belonging to Manipur.
Well, on this we have my colleague Saurabh joining us from Manipur as well as Ritik from Mizoram. Now, Saurabh, I first wish to ask you, that the PM is going to various states across the northeast, but of course, eyes will be on Manipur given the fact that it's been a big point of contention between the government as well as the opposition. Help us understand what kind of arrangements have been made for his visit.
Well, the visit in itself is extremely significant, and the schedule is carefully drawn up to ensure that the Prime Minister's visit is one that looks forward rather than looking behind. Now, the Prime Minister is going to be first in Churachandpur. He'll come from Aizawl and land in Churachandpur. There, of course, he's going to be inaugurating, laying the foundation stone for several projects. And then, of course, he'll meet internally displaced people there. And after that, he'll address a rally at the Peace Ground, and then, of course, he will head to Imphal. Now, I am currently at the Kangla Fort in Imphal, and you can see, of course, the security arrangements are extremely tight. There's been a lot of police picketing all across the city, including the entrance to the cities. Here at Kangla Fort, which is of course, where the Prime Minister's event will take place in Imphal, there's a huge ring of security. The security cover is extremely tight. There are traffic restrictions in place. But beyond all of that, the Prime Minister's visit, like the Chief Secretary, like Sambit Patra, the BJP's, in charge, said this is forward-looking. It aims to address, one, is the needs of the people, because very importantly, the Prime Minister will be meeting the internally displaced persons in both districts, in Churachandpur and in Imphal. And that's the key takeaway. Of course, what everyone is waiting to hear what the Prime Minister says, but it's a forward-looking visit. It's also a visit to ensure that Manipur is not left out of the country's development agenda, and that Manipur has the attention of the central government, has the attention of the Prime Minister, and that's why this visit is so important in terms of the Prime Minister's visit to both Churachandpur in the hill districts dominated by the Kuki-Mizo community, and of course Imphal in the Imphal Valley dominated by the Meitei community. Both these communities, like you know, have been in a conflict, an ethnic strife over the last 2 years.